assume you, like I, have been made aware that Bridgerton Season 2 is going to be premiering very soon. In honor of this exciting news, I decided I needed a new open robe, and I'm going to bring all of you along with me on my journey. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Here we go! I am about to start working on my Regency Open Robe. I wanted to do my own take on a Bridgerton costume, so I've chosen some vibrant colors. Got this lovely orange taffeta that's embroidered. It's poly. Silk was not in my budget for this. I'm kind of basing this on some of the promo shots I saw with some different open robes, and there was one that was a dark pink, kind of like a dark magenta, almost purpley color, and yeah, I really liked that. But then I wanted a vibrant color, and I saw this orange taffeta. I was like, okay, that is what I'm doing. So for this pattern, I am using the same pattern I used for my Chemise a la Grunge because it fits. I spent so much time working out the fit. This is based on the round gown from the American Duchess dressmaking book. And so, yeah, I've already adapted it. So I'm going to do the open robes. I'm going to do the open robe sleeve. I can't speak. I'm going to do the open robe sleeveless, so I don't need the sleeve. I really just need hey Hercules. What you doing? Don't scratch my chair. Okay. You stay there, be still. I just need the bodice pattern, basically. And I'm going to use the same bodice pattern for this as well as the dress because I like the way it fits. I'm going to do some alterations for the dress so that it's more of so that it has like a drawstring at the waist and in the bust. But I'm going to use this same bodice pattern. I'm now considering this my Regency era bodice block because I know that it fits, and it fits with the more conical 18th century stays, and it also fits with my transitional stays, which I think I'm going to wear with this. They haven't had much of a wear yet, so I'm going to definitely wear those under this. So I'm going to fit this all over my transitional stays, and I am going to do a little bit of a mock-up because for the open robe I'm going to change it slightly. I lengthened it for the Chemise a la Grunge, and I'm going to actually keep the length, but on the front I'm going to lower the neckline so it kind of comes under the bust rather than across the bust because the dress is going to be under it. So let's go. Hercules and I got the pattern pieces I needed, and I went ahead and retraced the bodice front since I wanted to adjust the neckline. I cut out a mock-up just to make sure the neckline was where I wanted it to be. Hercules supervised as I pinned my mock-up pieces together. To the machine to sew the mock-up. I put on my transitional stays for a quick fit check, and I think once the bottom edge is turned up, the length will be good. Now to start work on the lining. Like my chemise a la grunge, the fashion fabric is mounted to the lining. I gave the linen lining a good ironing before pinning and taking it to the machine to sew. Lucius needed to make his presence felt. He also made sure I sewed the lining pieces together correctly. Checking the fit on Freya. It looks a little big on her, but she is wearing a corset and my transitional stays, and I'm a little bigger than I was when I made her. I need to adjust her stuffing some. I clipped the curved seams and ironed them open. Now to cut out the fashion fabric. I got my pieces cut out and am ready to start assembly on the outer fabric bodice. After sewing my fashion fabric bodice together, I began pinning it to the lining layer. I forgot that I had planned to sew the back piece to the lining and then sew the side piece on top of it. Ah well. It would have been easier to make sure the pieces were all straight, but this way worked just fine. I clipped and turned the lining neckline edge and the fashion fabric neckline edge towards each other and pinned them in place. I sewed the neckline edge with a whip stitch. For the shoulder strap, I liked this open robe in Patterns of Fashion with the pleated shoulder, but I liked the back skirt pleats of the blue American Duchess pattern, so I decided to combine them. I arranged the shoulder pleats how I liked them and got all of the pleats pinned. I will attach the back skirt to the fronts and pleat the back skirt all the way around. I sewed all of the shoulder pleats by hand on the couch with Thor and Loki. Then it was time to get to work on the skirt of the open robe. I sewed the 2 panels together. The seam will be at center back. This fabric is 58 inches wide, so I had a lot of pleating ahead of me. I started the skirt pleating at center back. I'm doing knife pleats with the center back pleats facing each other. I eyeballed the pleating and it worked out well, and I only ended up repleating a small section. I call that a win. So many pleats. I sewed the pleats down to the lining by hand. Next, I got to work, with Hercules of course, on the hem. I wanted a train that sloped up to the front skirt length, so I marked the back skirt on one side and cut the skirt angled up toward the front. I then placed the cut piece on the opposite side of the back skirt and used that piece as my cutting template. It actually worked. I think as long as your panels are the same length, it should work. I spent a couple of hours on the couch hemming it and then turned up the bottom edge of the bodice fashion fabric and sewed it to the skirt and the lining with a prick stitch. I put it on and it looks a little crooked, but I think I just put it on a little crooked. But I think it's looking good and it's ready for a final ironing, and then it is done. I'm very happy with the way this turned out. I really like this color. I wasn't sure if I was going to like this color on me. I like it as a color, but I was a little unsure as to whether it would be flattering on me, but I really like it. And it feels so ostentatious and so Bridgerton-y. It's actually Featherington, I think. Featherington-y. But I'm very happy that I made this, and I can't wait to share the dress I'm making to go with it with you next time. For fastening in the front, I have just pinned it. I'm considering doing some hooks or perhaps buttons, but we shall see. I think it's fine just pinned. I may not have a ball to go to, but at least I have cheese balls. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you spending your time with me. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe if you haven't, and if you'd like to be notified whenever I upload, you can hit that little bell icon. And if you'd like to support the channel further, I have a Ko-fi account and that is linked down below. Again, thank you so much, and I will see you on our next sewing adventure. Bye!